Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, folks, sampler video series videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't planning to make this a thing. I was actually headed to another location, and I stopped off here. But we'll get to that. Folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items. I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing so, I might perspire a bit. I am in the truck and it's hot, and fortunately, sometimes when I use my air conditioning, it gets picked up by the phone. Sometimes it does not. Till I can figure out what the hell the difference is, I'm going to try to just deal with it being off. That way you guys don't have to experience those annoying audio issues. So I do apologize for that in some of my videos. But anyway, I am inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm doing something else. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight the super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Steel Dawn shirt with Patrick fucking Swayze. Yeah! Oh, I love Steel Dawn. Steel Dawn, I mean, it's not a classic, but I do feel like it's an underrated part of his filmography. It's like a dystopian martial arts, action movie, and you know what? I like it, man. I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. Again, it's not like, required viewing, but damn it, I like this movie. And if you want to see Patrick Swayze kick ass in more than just the movie Roadhouse, this is a really good one to get into. It actually has some really nice fight scenes to it and everything, and the story's a little bit simple, but it works, and that's fucking, man. And how much I like it, I own a fucking shirt of it. I went over there, I first saw this movie years ago, and I could not think of what the name of it was. Eventually, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I figured out what the hell the movie was. I don't know why I just didn't look up Patrick Swayze's filmography and just go through, but I eventually figured it out. I ordered a copy of the DVD, got to watch it for the first time in over a decade. Immediately when I was done, I went online and was like, I wonder if there's a Steel Dawn shirt. There is. But anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? What are we doing? Why is it a thing that I wasn't planning to grab? Well, folks, because today we're doing, boom, it's Casey's King Hawaiian BBQ Brisket Sandwich. I've reviewed a few things from Casey's. They're a gas station chain, if you're not familiar. They typically have some okay food for gas station standards. And I was headed out of my doctor's office. I was actually planning to go to a different spot. I had to pass by here to get some gas. Sure, why not? So anyway, let's take it out, take a look at it. Oh, and by the way, because some people asked me to bring up the price, it cost me $6.49, which almost certainly means it's going to be too damn much for what the fuck I paid, but, can we... Okay, that takes a little doing. Boy, oh boy, that's a hot-ass sandwich. Shabiggity-biggity-bam! Seriously, that's really hot. Alright, let's try a thing that might kill me. It's a pulled pork sandwich. Yeah. I'm going to say this right now. It's not quite worth $6.49, but it's shockingly not as far away as I was expecting it to be. I think it benefits from the fact that I got this not too long after it was put out. It's honestly not half bad at all. And the main things you're looking for in a sandwich like this, obviously the quality of the brisket, the barbecue sauce that they're using, how it all comes together. terms of the quality of the meat, it's not bad. It's tender. You do get, a few little bits here and there where they got a little extra bite to them, a little bit of chewiness, but not in a bad way. Almost gives it like a little crunch to it, a little extra texture, which I personally like. Kind of, almost like a burnt ends type of feel. The barbecue sauce it's pretty standard for what I would consider for this particular sandwich configuration. It's more sweet than it is like smoky or, full of greater depth, I guess. Sounds very bougie and douchebaggy, but whatever. But it does work for this type of situation. Like, obviously there's a huge variety of barbecue sauces available, and, it depends on what you want. Me personally, I like something that's a little bit smokier, something that's got some more character to it, but in something like this where it's a gas station fucking, pulled pork sandwich basically, yeah, sweeter is probably better. I don't know that I need a lot of extra dimension to the flavor of the King Hawaiian barbecue brisket sandwich from Casey's. I just want the pork to taste pretty good, and I want the barbecue sauce to go along with it. And in this regard, it does both those things. I mean, it's tender, it's flavorful. You know what? I'm going to give it to it. 100%, I'm going to give them this one. I think, again, $6.49 is probably a bit much for a gas station sandwich. I think if you could get that to $5 or under, I think that'd be preferable, because at $6.49, that's like almost proper, like proper restaurant the prices. But at the same time, for being what it is, which is a gas station barbecue pulled pork sandwich, I'm not going to complain. Honestly, it's tasty. The sauce and the beef work well together. It's okay. I don't feel, like I said, even though I don't feel it warrants quite the price that it has, I don't feel ripped off. Like, ultimately, I'm going to enjoy this more than I am going to complain about the pricing. So, yeah, okay, man, sure. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it's got a King Hawaiian bun. I mean, that's something worth noting. The bun was nice and soft and everything, did what it was supposed to do, which was keep the shit together. 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe, and kinda, yeah. I will say this, folks. I don't often go in for a pulled pork sandwich, not because it's bad. Pulled pork sandwiches are fantastic. It's just not a go-to item, because for the most part, there's not too many places that have it as a go-to menu item. I remember several years back, Wendy's had them available, and I really liked them. I would get those pretty regularly when they had them. I hope they bring them back one day. But for being something that I could get at a gas station, yeah, man, every now and again I could see getting this instead of a piece of pizza. You know what? I could see myself doing it. Wouldn't be a go-to. I'm certainly not going to go out of my way to get it again, but yeah. And as for recommending it, I mean, if you want to go, if you're doing gas station food anyway, right? Which, let's be honest. You have lots of other options in most instances. But, who knows? Maybe you're just family trip or whatever you're doing. There's a lot worse shit that you could grab and not much better. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'd probably take a piece of pizza on average over this, but if I didn't want pizza, a particular day, I'd give it a go again. So, I am going to give it my recommendation. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there, which is a truly barbecue-tastic rest of your life, because, the time I'm doing this, it's almost August, it's going to be people and grilling and doing all the things and stuff. I won't, because that requires way too much effort and, people coming to locations where I am, and I don't need that shit in my life, man. I will go to people in their locations. I don't need them coming to me. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, you know. Some days you're over there, and, you know, you take a night off of work because, you know, your knee's a little bit sore because you got a bad knee. And the next morning you wake up and you get a call from the company saying, hey, you need to go over there and you need to get checked out by the doctor and you need to get a drug test and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, for a knee injury? On my bad knee? That everyone knows I have a bad knee? That kind of threw my day off a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But counterpoint to that is that if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have known how surprisingly decent the Casey's King Hawaiian barbecue brisket sandwich is. But it is important when we run into situations that are stressful and frustrating, etc. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to go to some gas station chain that I'm not familiar with, and you're going to go over there and you're going to be like, Brandon, if you've never been to Jeff's Stop and Save over in Nantucket, he's got a brisket sandwich that will fucking blow your head off. And be like, well, that's pretty fantastic to learn. I don't know when I'm going to be through Nantucket. It's not really on my list of places to go, but you know what? If I'm ever perusing through the area, I'll make sure I stop off and, you know, maybe I'll do a review. Or conversely, I mean, you can always get, well, you can usually get better food than gas station food, but it's an option. Bye!